In this video we learn how to select columns from a data frame, but before we have to import pandas as PD as always. Then we import our Titanic data frame and assign the variable Titanic. And we will have a look here at the first 5 rows. We already know this. And then let's assume that we are only interested in the age column. So we want to analyze the age of all passengers that are aboard the Titanic. And we can do this by writing Titanic here. So that's our data frame. And then we open a square bracket. And then we pass the label of our column that we want to select. So in this example, it's age. And we have to pass it in quotation marks. So now here we select the age column. Let's run the cell here. And here you can see we get all values within the age column at the same order as in our data frame. And still on the left here we have the index labels of our data frame. So at index position 0 or label 0 we have 22 as an age. And at row label 1 we have a passenger with 38 years old, and so on. And we can also check the data type here of our column. So let's copy and paste, and then let's check the data type. And here we get the Pandas series. So the Pandas series is also a data type or a class within the Pandas library, and it's a one-dimensional labeled array. So you can see here we have, as in a list or in a one-dimensional NumPy array, one sequence of values. So we have one dimension here, and still here on the left we have a label. And as I said before, so the series is also a class or data type which has specific attributes and methods, which we will learn later. And most of the methods and attributes are quite similar to a data frame. So there are some methods and attributes that we can only apply with the Pandas series, and the other way around, there are some methods and attributes that can only apply to Pandas data frames. So now what if we want to select a column, but we want to still have it as a data frame? So let's paste again here our column. And if we want to have a data frame instead of a series, we can pass inside the square brackets our age column with another square bracket here. So we have double square bracket, and if we run this here, then we can also see from the layout that this could be a data frame. And let's copy and paste, and let's check the type here. So in this manner we have still a data frame by having two square brackets here. Yeah, and depending on what you want to do with the column, you can either select it as a Pandas series or as a data frame. Alright, so now what if we want to select 2 columns? So let's assume we want to have the age column and the sex column. So we try to do this by passing age and sex within here the square bracket. And here we get an error message. So something is wrong here. And the solution is that if we want to select many columns, we have to pass them as a list into our square brackets. So we have to pass the list with age and sex to our square bracket. And let's see what we get here. Now we get here a data frame with the age column and the sex column, and still on the left side we have the row labels. And we can also rearrange here the order of the columns. So let's copy here and paste again. We can rearrange the order of the columns if we change the sequence here in our list. So let's say we want here the sex column before the age column. We can do this. So now we have first the sex column, then the age column, compared to here. And of course we can also select multiple columns. So let's copy and paste. And we can also include here within our list the fair column. Now we get a Pandas data frame with 3 columns, sex, age, and fair. And they have the same order as in the original data frame, so let's check again the original data frame, the first rows. And there we can see, so the first row, we have a male, which is 22 years old, and paid a fare of £7.25 or dollar. And the second row here, we have a female, 38 years old, and the female paid $71.2 or pounds. So you can see here the order of our rows in our slice here is exactly the same as in the original data frame. And there's a second way to select one column. So either we do this by passing our column within the spare brackets, or we can just use the pandas attribute dot and then the name or label of the column. So for example, age here. So we have age as a column label, and automatically in our data frame there is the attribute dot age. So let's see what we get here. Yeah, and we actually got the same Pandas series with our age column. So here we have all the values of our age column, and also here on the left side the labels. And last but not least, we can check if both alternatives are actually the same. So we can check if here our series that we created with the attribute age equals, and then we can pass the second alternative, so Titanic, and passing age, and we get a true here. So the method equal checks whether the Pandas series Titanic.h is actually the same as the Pandas series that we created here with spare brackets. And it's actually a matter of taste if you select a column with the attribute or the spare brackets. And later we will learn that there are some minor differences. However, for just selecting a column, both works the same way. And in my opinion, the attribute is sometimes a bit more comfortable. So if you type here Titanic dot, and if you want to select, let's say, the embarked column, we press emp, and then we benefit from the tab completion function. So now if we press the tab key, then Python automatically checks which attributes are available and sees that there is the embarked column. And there we have here the embarked column as a Pandas series. So this is quite comfortable actually. Alright, so now we have finished this session, and in the next session we learn how to select rows. Hope to see you there. Bye.